How's it going, everybody? It is Tuesday. We have 8 games on an NBA slate. It's been a while since I've broken down an NBA slate for you guys. I'm going to do a quick first look at a lineup builder, and the way that we go about things is a little bit differently. My way of going about building my NBA lineups and building my NBA core, looking at the players that I want and how I try to direct people to do the things that they're supposed to do to make them better at being a profitable player. If you have not already checked it out, I have a video a couple of months back, how to be a better player for NBA on DraftKings. If you haven't watched it, go check that one out. Smash the like button there, and smash the like button on this one before you get out of here as well. Let's see if we can get to a couple hundred likes before lineups lock in NBA tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern time. And if you have not already, please click that subscribe button. Appreciate you guys being here for this video. So let's take a look at this slate. The first thing that I ask people to do, one, this is not a finalized lineup, right? This is not like, okay, you're definitely playing these guys. NBA is very much an if-then game, right? With it doesn't have injury reporting like the NFL does, where you get inactives 90 minutes before lock. You don't have all the lineups like you would in baseball an hour or two before lock. So we know who we have, but then we also have to understand that certain players might or might not play. Some of them we have information on, some of them we don't. So today's if-then statements, we got like Emmanuel Mudiay might sit out. We have Hassan Whiteside, which would change things. For Orlando, we know that we've got a couple of injuries. We know that Vooch is out. We also have Fournier and Gordon, who we don't have information if they're in or out yet. So we have some if-then statements that we have to identify there. And with Toronto, kind of small guys, Miles, Nwera, whatever. So the way that I try to explain to people to look at their lineup for the day, take the 3 value plays that you like the best and plug them in first. Second, take the 2 stud plays that you like the best on the day. And that could be somebody that's 7,500 or it could be somebody that's 9,000. Right? It could be somebody that's 12K. Plug those 2 guys in. That gives you 5 spots to build from. Most days, you're going to be able to fill your point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center with those 5 players, leaving you the 3 flex spots, the guard, the forward, and the utility, that you can have a little bit of variety to play with your average player salary remaining per player to fill in the lineup as you want. Sometimes you're going to go 2 scrubs with a stud. Sometimes you're going to go mid-range at all 3. Sometimes you're going to go 2 mid-range, 2 high mid-range, maybe low stud range, maybe 8, 9K with 1 scrub type player, 1 3K guy. It all depends on the slate. Everything's slate dependent. There's no one way to go about things. Like I say in NFL with build around a cheap quarterback, then spend on volume at running back. You can't do that in NBA. Everything changes every single day with each slate. So to me, the best way to go about things is to identify the best 3 value plays. So looking at who we have, who I've got today as some of the best values on the slate, the first one that we have to look at is Andrew Harrison. For Memphis, playing against Phoenix, who has just been a gift for fantasy teams all along. You look at what he's been playing, right? Home games, 18 minutes a game. Away games, 21 minutes a game. Last few games, though, 25 minutes a game. 32, 34, 24. If you've never heard me broadcasting and talking about NBA before, you need to learn one thing. Minutes equals money. The players are priced for basically their average points per minute multiplied by their minutes that they play a game. So you've got somebody who essentially plays, on the season 20 minutes a game. Recently, he's played 25. Very recently, the last 3 games, he's been at or above 30 minutes on average, right? 32, 34 with 24 against Golden State. At 4,100, we're looking for about 22 to 26 fantasy points from him. Against Phoenix, that is at least in play, especially with the minutes that we expect him to play tonight. I think that Harrison's kind of a plug-and-play at that position. At the point guard, you can plug him in at the shooting guard spot as well. So there's one value play that we've got that I like a ton today. Looking at a couple of other value plays to fill this out. I spoke in the intro about BISMACK. BIYOMBO playing should get to the mid-20s in minutes. Again, this is a player at 3,800 who's priced for playing 15 minutes a game. With Vooch out, you've got him in a situation where he's probably going to play between 23 and 26 minutes. That could be enough time for him to double-double tonight. If he does, it'll just be a massive amount of gravy for him, especially if Whiteside is out. I like BIYOMBO at 3,800 with the accelerated amount of minutes that he is going to play tonight. And then going up against, for Miami going up against Orlando the other direction, Ellington. Again, minutes equals money. Priced as a guy who plays 22 minutes. Last 6 games, he's averaging 31 minutes a game. He's at 3,900. Taking a ton of shots. The #1 correlation between real life and fantasy in terms of daily fantasy scoring is your ability to put the ball in the hole. We need about 22 to 24 points, fantasy points out of him. He exceeded that the one game. He's just missed it the other ones. Right now where we're sitting, it's just noon on the Pacific. We got 4 hours until lock. Wayne Ellington fits into that shooting guard spot with his ability to score for Miami against kind of a crippled Orlando team right now. Could see a ton of shots, should see 30-plus minutes. That leaves us 2 more spots to go. I'm not going to fill out the entire lineup because I'm not going to give out a full lineup. That's not what I try to do here. I try to teach you guys to fish. I'm not giving you picks. So we've got our 3 value plays. The first play, in my opinion, Andre Drummond looks like he's in a really good spot, and he is, right? Against Indianapolis, who plays very fast, right? Against Indiana, not Indianapolis. I'm still in NBA mode, or NFL mode. Averaging 47.3 fantasy points against them so far in 3 matchups this year. They play a pace-up game, really good for somebody like Drummond who needs a lot of rebounds, needs a lot of possessions to get him there. He's gotten double-doubles against him in the past. Kind of a lock to get that double-double bonus. High end, you can get a 20-20 game out of him. Gets 10% increase on his fantasy points per game against Indy than he does on the season against everybody else. Solid play, right? 9,300. Jokic is 7,900 playing against Utah, and most people are going to say, well, Utah's a tough defense. They are, but they're not the same defense when they don't have Gobert sitting in the middle of it. You look at his games against Utah. He played 30 minutes a game, averaged 30 points. He is more than a point-a-minute guy, but you look at his minutes played, he's gone back to his normal minutes allotment these last 3 games. So 30 minutes is out of the question. We're talking about 37, 37, 36. Off of a few days rest. I expect mid to high 30s again against Utah tonight. Always a threat for a double-double and a possibility at a triple-double for only $7,900. I'll take that $1,400 off of Drummond and come down right here to Jokic at $7,900. And if you saw the cover boy, which you probably did, by clicking on this video, you know that we want to pay for Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight. If he plays, he is the guy that I'm going to want to lock in. He does have that red Q. If he's out, we'll look to go another route. If he's out, Middleton really becomes a great play. With him right now, this is where I want to go. We have 6,200, a little bit more, 18,800 to go. You can go with 2 mid-range plays, 4K, and a 10K stud. You can go, 7K, and a 4K player. You can go with 1 more stud player on this slate and fit in 2 other guys in your guard forward and your utility. Your 3 flex spots are there for you to use. With this first look lineup going into tonight, I expect a lot of these guys to be very popular this evening. I think Giannis, if he plays, has 50 to 60 point, he averages 55, has 60 to 70 point upside. Jokic should play his 36, 37 minutes, 45-point upside, possibly 50-point upside if he double-doubles or possibly gets himself close to a triple-double, and the value plays look like they're going to play 30-plus minutes. So that's where I'm going to want to start. Please click like on this video before you get out. Let's see how many we can get. See where we're sitting on these NBA videos on YouTube, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it. I will see you guys on Friday on Twitch for the question and answer for NFL Week 17. Bye, guys.